Hi, my name is Gudrun from GE Designs. Welcome to our live show, our 300th Tipsy Tuesday. Hi, everyone, and welcome to this very, very special episode. Thank you all for being here, and I hope you've been with us. This is not your first Tipsy Tuesday. If it is, welcome, welcome, and make sure you subscribe to our channel, everybody. Whether you're watching us on YouTube, it's easy. It will notify you when we go live. If you're on Facebook and prefer Facebook, make sure you like our page and sign up for those notifications, and then you will never miss the show. And we always have a great giveaway during our shows, every single show. So make sure, oh yeah, send us hearts and thumbs up. But also, make sure that you are saying hi in the comments, answering our questions, sticking around to the end of the show so that you have a chance to win. Yay, yay, yay. Yay. It is 300 shows. Say hello to Mr. HP, my producer.
Hi, everybody.
We got some more people in the studio. We'll introduce you to them later. Special show.
I gotta make a comment.
You gotta make a comment?
That I jacked up some buttons. When I go from Studio B to Studio A.
We are in Studio A in Minnesota right now.
I forget where things are.
Things happen. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's
okay.
What,
you're forgiven.
That's what I'm claiming.
You're forgiven. But we would love to hear from you. If really actually for fun, you guys, tell us, take a guess how many Tipsy Tuesday episodes you have watched out of the 300. That would be fun to know. I'll tell you how many I've watched. 300. No, probably more because I've had to watch them over and over.
You've done more than that, yeah.
But it's great. It's great. Let's put up our little banner for our 300 episodes because it's fun with balloons and everything. Yes. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. Firecrackers and all kinds of stuff. Yes. Now, I wanted to mention, now that you are here for our 300th show, if you've been watching on Facebook and don't like YouTube or whichever way you go, I just want to tell you something. Facebook keeps changing things. So now they do not save live streams for more than a month. So you cannot go back and watch previous Tipsy Tuesdays on Facebook, really, unless it happened in that same month. So just in case, make sure you are a subscriber on our YouTube channel.
Change over to YouTube.
Mm-hmm. I know things are different. It's hard to get used to different things, but we believe in you. You can do it. And who knows, maybe we have some extra giveaways today. We have a lot of fun. We have a quilt hanging behind Mr. HP, which is a quilt you don't see often. This is my Strip Stars pattern, single pattern. It's up there in age a little bit, but really beautiful. Julie pieced this one. I love it. So festive and fun. Yeah. Behind me is Kira, also a little red, white, and blue theme. There's a little bit of a red, white, and blue theme going on. We have some table runners hanging on the sides. We got Low Tide on this side, and we got Little Marina on the other side. So good color coordination. Good color coordination going on.
My other co-producers over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a few co-producers.
That's okay. You want to pay attention to me too a little bit, maybe?
Well,
maybe just a little bit.
Okay, I'll do that too.
All right, let's start though what we always do, announcing our winner from last week. If you watched us last week, the question I asked for the giveaway is, what message would your quilt say? If you can have your quilt send a message, because quilts have been used to send messages throughout the history. So what would yours say? And our winner is Drum roll. Lisa Quillette. Congratulations, Lisa. Her wish was that her quilt would say that each stitch is a hug and love made especially for you. So congratulations. Send us an email to help@gequiltdesigns.com and we will get you that gift card, $25, ready to spend at gequiltdesigns.com. So
Awesome.
thank you, thank you, thank you. Congrats, congrats. Did you have like, I don't hear, if you did celebrations. No, I don't hear that.
Celebrations.
So I have to just guess and imagine that it was there.
Yeah, you don't get to hear all the good effects.
No, I don't.
Sorry.
Unfortunately. So we have some fun going on here in the studio, of course, celebrating 300 episodes. Now, I have to say, when I started doing this, I never anticipated to keep going that long. So that's pretty amazing. It's going on 6 years, right? It wasn't consistent to begin with.
In 6 years?
Yeah, it's been almost 6 years because we were maybe doing 1 or 2 a month when I was traveling pre-COVID. So, and then of course the pandemic kicked in and we were with you every week. So it's changed. And I think last year we didn't miss a week. We were there we had a show every week. So we'll see how we do this year.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Sometimes we have to do it like a happy Wednesday or a happy Monday, but we never miss it.
A tipsy Monday or a tipsy Wednesday?
Oh, sorry. Tipsy Monday and a tipsy Wednesday.
We are happy, though.
We're always happy. But I thought also, so one of the things we've been doing too is tip of the days, lots of tip of the days. And this time around, I thought, okay, what would be appropriate for our 300th tip of the day? And I thought, why don't we find one of our tip of the day segments that has been asked about the most. It's our most popular tip of the day segment, I think, almost in history. And yes, our Nancy, Lori, and Karen get asked about where to find that video almost every week, multiple times a week. And that is, so I thought, let's replay it. And that is my tutorial for a hanging towel. So let's take a look. What you need to make this project is some toweling. I'm using an 18-inch wide toweling that is hemmed on 2 sides. And then you need about a fat eighth of a fabric, or a 1/4 yard of a fabric. You need to cut a 7 by 15 rectangle and a 7 by 7 square. You can have these from 2 different fabrics or the same fabrics as I do here. So first off, you want to cut a long enough piece off the toweling that you want for your towel, and it can be any length depending on how long you want your towel to be from the hanger. And so I have done that, and mine measures about 15 inches. So the first thing you want to do obviously is hem the bottom side of your toweling. So I just double rolled the hem and hemmed it with my machine. And then I went ahead and pleated it. You can either pleat it any way you want to. I kind of went with the lines and the design on the toweling, or you can also gather it. What you want is up here to be about 6 inches. So I just pleated it until it was about that size, and then I just stitched it on the top. You can, if you want to, use some clips to hold this together here at the bottom. Either way, if you pressed it nicely, it's going to stay together. So that's the first thing you want to do. So for the other pieces, your 7-inch square, what you want to do is you want to press it in half, make a little crease, and then press each raw edge towards the center. So the raw edges are together in the center, and then we're going to fold it one more time, enclosing those raw edges. And what you want to do is stitch, top stitch on both the top and the bottom. So you'll have a piece that looks like this. So this is going to be your band that your towel loops into. So that is step 1. The next step is taking your 15-inch by 7, and you want to fold that in half and make a little crease if you want to. You want to go ahead and stick that strap or that piece that you just made and stick it right to that fold. So it's all the way to the fold. Bring these raw edges together. And what you want to do is just stitch down so that you're securing that band inside. So just stitch down to the edge of it to about here. So I have done that over here, so you'll see that the band is inside here like this, but we're going to enclose it this way. So now it's time to sew it to the toweling. So we take our toweling and we want to obviously have right sides together. So I'm going to place my towel in here. What you want this to be about 6 inches, so you'll have about a 1/2 inch or at least a 1/4 inch. I like to have a little bit more than that on each side. So you just lay the raw edges together here. If you want to, if it's raveling a lot, you can also just zigzag the edges here. But you want to just lay it inside here, aligning the raw edges. And then what we're going to do is roll the towel up so it's enclosed in here, and then bring this raw edge even with the other ones. And we're just going to clip this here together. And I always start with sewing this side. So you want to take this to your sewing machine. Remember, you have to have space on each side where there's no toweling inside it. And I'm going to stitch across here to secure it. So then when I have this secured, I can push one side of the toweling a little bit further aside, and then I can finish this seam all the way down here on one side. On the other side, I want to stitch up, but leave an opening of at least about 2–2.5 inches so I can turn this. So I've actually prepared that piece right here. So I have my piece sewn across the toweling side, and then one side all the way, and then I have a little opening here. So now I'm going to go in here and just pull my towel out. And I see that I have left this a little tight, but that's okay. So there we have it. And what I'm going to do is take this to my iron a little bit and press the edges, and the opening raw edges, I'm just going to press them, fold it in so they're even with the other sides. And I'll be right back. So there we are. And now the last step, I want to top stitch. So I want to top stitch down the side, across here, and up this way. And then I want to kind of fold this down and make a top stitch along the top on the inside of the band. So I'm going to go ahead and do that to finish off our towel. So here it is. I have top stitched, and now to put it over the towel bar, make sure you have the fold, the front side of the toweling. So I call it the back side where the hem is to the back. So if this is the front side of the toweling, the strap needs to go towards the back. So what you do is you wrap this over the bar. If we imagine ourselves that we have a bar, I'm going to use my tool here. So we have a bar here, we wrap this around the bar, and then we bring this through and pull it down, and it will hang nicely on any towel bar like this. Perfect for gifting or using yourself. All right, so how many of you have made one of these? Probably quite a few. And the one question we get all the time is people get confused on how to hang it. So I brought a hanger to show you again. So we have our bar here, whatever bar you're using. And then we have our towel. So this is the front of the towel. You flip the strap to the back, and then that wraps over the bar, and then you bring the towel down through. So easy peasy. Seems like every time when I give these and people are going to put it on their bar, they get confused. So it's really good to know how to do that.
So clever.
So there it is. Yes. And this was great. This worked fantastic when we had the boys over, our grandkids over this past week, because Leo's pastime was to rip all the towels that were hanging. So he tried really hard to get that one off. It just did not work.
Couldn't get it.
Did not work. Yeah, it was kind of fun playing with with that one. But if you have any questions, make sure you tell us in the comments, and we can try and answer those. I don't think I have any questions. I haven't seen anything come up yet, but we're very excited to have some toweling in stock right now. We got some new ones, and that is that vintage toweling fabric. So it comes in a 3-yard length, 3 yards, I think 3 and maybe 1.5 yards or something. So it is hemmed on 2 sides. So all you got to do is hem it on one side. You can cut whatever length you want. So we have the cherries, which is really cute. And I thought, you know, since I'm pulling these out and showing you, I thought what a great idea it would be to give you some options for the accent fabrics. And for this one, you could either go red with a dry brush in the cherry, or you could do deco stitch in the blue mineral, because it's very close to that blue. So either of these would work great for this color. Then we have a fall version. Fall version here with some pumpkins and harvest colors. So for that one, I chose either, you could go gold with a dry brush and the goldenrod, or this new grunge, the rum raisin. That's a perfect color to go with these. So either one of these would work fantastic with that one. Then we have a couple of red, white, and blue Americana. So one that has, this one is called, well, this one's just 4th of July. So all the little, what are these called? The banners or the little decorations. So for that color, I chose either Thatched Ruby for a little bit brighter red, or the Bumbleberries Cornish Blue. That's a great blue, perfect with that color. And there is a second version that is the Bunting. So that one has the blue center and then just the bunting on the side. So really cute also. And those both, these could work with both these colors here. So looks great. Then we have a Christmas one, the Christmas tree one. And this one is just the trees going down the center. I love that. This is so retro and fun. And you could go red or green on this one. I thought grunge in the scarlet or grunge pine. Either one of those would be a great match with this color. So put those here, and then we have one more. Not, well, I should say this is a summery, fresh, the lemons. It's called Lemon Delight. Really great, kind of an olive green and beautiful yellowish gold. So I would say either the dry brush and the goldenrod, or this one is really cool with a green. This is Nitty Gritty in the chartreuse, because it has a little bit of gold in there. So either of those would be really great with this. So it's never too early to get those gifts started for the holiday season. And I also think it's really great to have maybe some summer ones to bring to a cookout as a little hostess gift or something like that, if you're invited for a little barbecue this summer. Don't you think? All right. How many can you make out of each package? So it really does depend on how long you want your towel. I really don't do my towels more than like 15 inches, because if you already are hanging it from the top, you don't want it super long unless you have a high bar or something. So you could, if you're just using a half yard for each, you could get 6 out of a 3 yard easily. Because then you need the just need the fabric. And out of a 1 yard of fabric, you could probably make close to that, close to 6. So it goes a long way. Great to use some of our Color Club half yards for these. And then of course you can also use prints. You don't have to use basics. Sometimes with these especially, they're a little bit more busy and you want really the towel to shine through. So these tone on tones basics are perfect for that. So any other questions? I think a lot of folks have already said they made this already, and others are saying I need to get to those. Made a lot of them, demo them at the state fair every year. I actually use kitchen towels cut in half across the width, so you have 2 of them from 1 towel. That's a good idea too. Then you don't even have to hem it. So you can get nice kitchen towels on sale or something. But if you want to customize the length, and you could actually, from the toweling, you can make a matching table runner. Matching table runner, napkins, anything like that. So that's what's fun about just the custom. You can cut them custom down to any size. All right, anything else? Nice.
No noise.
No noise. That's a different word.
Not
There's
nice.
no word of the days on Tuesdays. Sorry, honey.
It's noise, not nice. Noise.
I get it. All right, so it is probably some of you have noticed, but if you have gone on social media at all, it is April 1st today. So happy birthday, Kayla, or daughter Kayla. Happy birthday, KK. But we did a little post. There was a new something super special that we posted on Facebook and Instagram. New product. So only available today. Hint, hint. Let's check it out.
Whoa.
The new XXXXL ruler may or may not be coming to an inbox. Yeah, good luck shipping that one. So some of the comments on Facebook, of course, it's our April Fool's little fun, but some of the comments were, oh, you had me for a minute. Actually, would like one.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, the post was it can double as a dining table or like a design wall. So, you know, it's nice. If you spill, it just goes right through the cracks.
We're going to hang that on our wall.
Yeah. Yeah, there it is. So you never know. It was fun. But let's move on to some more fun and exciting things. So Lil Bundle Club, Goodies Lil Bundle Club. Shipped today, our first ever shipment of Goodies Lil Bundle Club. So this is our bi-monthly subscription, special for our little bundles, which are what are our little bundles? They are 12 different fabrics, and the cut that you get is a 6-inch by half width, or about 21 inches. So it is our little play on a charm pack, but you can do much more with this. Obviously, a 6-inch wide cut. You can wash it, starch it, do whatever you want, and still cut your perfect 5-inch squares if you want to work with a charm pack pattern or a charm pattern. And the great thing is you get 48 squares instead of just 40 or 42 out of a regular charm pack. But our subscription, of course, these are all specially curated. I pick all the fabrics so everything is balanced and fun, and we give you a couple of ideas on how you can use these. But they are very versatile, of course, work really well for all of our little patterns and many of our table runners and Quilt As You Go projects. So they're just really kind of fun. And our subscription, I can't tell you what it's going to be because obviously the one in the photo, that's not the fabric you're getting. If you're subscribed, you're getting a special one. I will be revealing what it is and what it looks like on April 11th. So Tipsy, is that Tipsy? No, is that a Friday show? I don't even know what's today. It's 10 days from today. So yeah, it's a Friday show. Yeah. And because the reason behind that is because our little Stripology Little Pattern Club, first project for Little Pattern Club, goes live on April 10th. So then the day after, you get to see it all made up. So our Stripology Little Pattern Club is also a bi-monthly club. We have the whole year planned out, 6 patterns, 6 video classes, using, of course, so it's our little patterns, so they're table runners, but of course you can make it into a topper, keep going, make a bigger quilt, whatever you want to do with it. But you get guidance with us through the videos. And this one uses our mini rulers, so our squared mini and our quarters mini rulers. So it's really a great way to play with smaller things, make smaller pieces, and really get acquainted with your mini rulers. So the first project is the Little Inga. We have a couple made up, but this one will be live on April 10th. The video class will go live. Here's another version of it using one of our little bundles, the Botany one. And the second project is going to be the Little Billy, which is our June. So that'll be available June 10th. Now, we had a special going on and have a special still. If you wanted to purchase the whole program, the 6 video classes, they are at a special price, which will expire on Monday. So only through this week and weekend, you can get the special pricing for the whole year. So I just wanted to remind you the price goes up on Monday, because then when the individual classes start to go live, if you want to get the whole thing, it's a little bit more expensive. So snatch it up now if you haven't done so yet. Yes, so that was there anything else I was supposed to say about that? Well, I'm not going to talk about that yet, but not on the Little Pattern Club. So Little Pattern Club price changes. So that is it. Yeah. Oh, I wanted to mention, if you are a Goodies Bundle Club, Little Bundle Club subscriber and are getting your bundle, remember, same rules apply as for our Color Club and regular Bundle Club. Hush, hush. Keep it a secret until we reveal it. So don't post your fabrics. We want everybody to be surprised. So just remember, it's going to take people different amounts of time to receive their packages. So we want it to be a fun surprise for everyone. For the Little Pattern Club, yes, Pamela, all of the patterns are PDF patterns, and the video classes are in your account. You can watch them however many times you want, as long you have them forever. So that's the great part about it. You get the pattern, you get a coloring page, so you can play with these patterns however. When do we get the video for the first little pattern? It is April 10th. April 10th. Always post it on the 10th of every other month. So first one in April, then June, and then August, right? August, October, December, and then we're back to February. And that's the whole year. So we have the whole year planned out. Super fun. And of course, you can use the little bundles for all of the little patterns. That's how things work around here. Making it easy for you. Just so you can get to the fun faster, right? Making it all easy and wrapped up. Okay, so speaking of littles, and one of those surprises for today's show, celebrating the 300 shows, we have our little bundles that we currently have in stock, because we started off selling our little bundles. They not only had the 12 different fabrics, but they also have a 1/4 yard of coordinating fabric that you can use for binding or anything else. We had those together. Now these are on special. 30% off, you guys, while supplies last, because going forward, we're not going to include the 1/4 yard in there anymore. We wanted to match what we're doing for the subscription club. So, yes, show them all these. I just pulled some. There's a great variety. It's all already on the website. There is a landing page on the front of the website. If you go to our website, there's going to be a spot where you go and see all those that are available. Some of them are in very limited numbers. But so those of you that are watching, you are going to benefit from checking it out first. All right. then we have another special. Yay! So we have created these fun little mystery bags of small thread spools. So Auriful 50 weight cotton thread, we decided to have some fun with color and put together mystery bags. So in there, how many? 8 spools? 8 spools, mini spools of thread. You don't get to choose the colors, but they're all going to be different colors. So 8 different colors in a bag. And these are on a great special as well. So check that out too. And you would have to, of course, wait to see what you get. Don't know what you're going to get. Just like a box of chocolates.
Like a box of Cracker Jacks.
Isn't that awesome? So that is our very special to celebrate the 300 episodes. Yeah, so yay! Do we have those celebration sounds?
Oh,
Come
yeah.
on, yay! I'm pretending that
It's so hard for you.
I can hear it.
There's no celebration.
So
for
bad.
You.
It's so bad.
I got celebration.
Yeah, don't get to hear any of that.
Sorry.
So I hope you guys are all enjoying the fun sound effects that are going on.
Yeah, of course.
All right, but not only that, here's the reason for all the red, white, and blue on the set. I've got a really great bundle to show you, and it is one that is just lets you get into that summer feel. I know in some places around the United States, we are feeling summer heat, or at least getting there, but not everywhere because it snowed, especially for us here today in Minnesota. So thinking about summer barbecues is a beautiful thing right now. So this fabric line is called Stars, Stripes, and Sun. And it is by Krissy Mast. It's for Cloud9 Fabrics. Cloud9, these are 100% organic, certified organic cotton fabrics. So really great quality. And I just fell in love with the dogs. So dogs and shirts and bandanas, all dressed up for the holiday. And I just love this one. Of course, I started looking for where's the lab. I do think this is a lab, but maybe not a black lab. It's a blue lab. They're all blue. But it's so cute. I love the little striped red shirts. The little guy with the hat. Just love it. So starting with this one, these are 10 pieces. So starting here with the blues. And of course, it's a perfect one to add to it, like add some basics in. So classic stars in this light blue base. And then we have all the different hues of blue and red stars. Then we have a really great, this is kind of I would call it a plaid, but it kind of serves as a stripe as well because you can see how defined the vertical stripes are versus the cross hatch of the blue. So I really love that. This would be fabulous cut on the bias for a little binding or sashing or anything. Then we have, of course, some American flags celebrating 4th of July. And we have the stars in a red base. Now, I love this little, it's like a little faded red. So I just love the tone of it. Has almost into a corally pink, but it's just like a faded red. It's really pretty and feels a little vintage. Then we're going into our lighter, lower volume fabrics. Starting with the dogs. Yes, they're still blue, but on a white background. Love that. So now maybe the lab looks a little more like Kobe. And then we have the bunting. Super cute. I love kind of the hand-drawn lines. Those a little bit irregular. We have some bows in the red, white, and blue. And this would just make a really fun quilt. I think this would be really fun for all kinds of table toppers, maybe placemats, napkins for the holiday. We have the flags in the white background, same print as we have in the dark navy. And finishing it off with pinwheels. right? Who ran around with these as a kid, trying to make them spin? Well, in Iceland, it's always pretty windy, so we really didn't need to run with them. You just have to know which way the wind blows.
I know that.
So this is the whole line. So 10 pieces, very fun and kind of retro feel to it. Let's start with my blues here for my fabric pull. I'm going to start with this really deep blue. This is the grunge in the new navy. Nice and deep, but it has a little bit of purplish pink in here, so it really goes well with all the that pinkish red that's in there. And then a little bit lighter, this is Dreams in the Dark Blue by Lewis and Irene. Really nice with a light kind of almost like clouds in there and speckles. So beautiful tone of that blue. Then we have a medium blue. I love this one. This is kind of the color of the dogs everywhere. So this is called Bumbleberry's St. Ives Blue. Really nice fit. I love the light and dark, so it fits with all of these. And then I had to pull at least one light blue. So this is Chalk and Charcoal in the lake color. Matches nicely with the lightest blue, and as you can see, we have some lighter tones of blue all throughout the other patterns. So that works really well. Going into a little bit of red, because we just have the one print in red, even though there's red throughout everything. Of course, the darker ones, I went with Another Dreams in the red by Lewis and Irene. Works perfectly. I love the tone of it. And then a grunge. So you see it's a little bit on the pinkish side, so a little bit lighter. This is Grunge Flamingo. How fun. Love that tone, and it works great with this red hue. For the off-whites, I went with one that's kind of almost pure. So this is Canvas Whitewash, almost white on white, but has just a tiny bit of cream to it because it's not pure white in here. Love that one. And if you wanted just a little bit of texture, this is Spotted White by Moda. Great because it has just a taupey little dotted texture in it. One of my favorite of all time for use for backgrounds. So that would kind of lighten things up, and these low volume prints would still stand out really nicely on both of those. And then I thought, you know what if you wanted to add a color like a background or a sharp accent that would still stand out and not overwhelm these prints? So I think a gray is a great choice. So if you wanted a darker, I chose the glaze in the ash color. So it just tones very nicely with everything, but still you can see it stand out, and it makes sense in here. It really does. And if you wanted a little more subtle, a little lighter, another glaze, this is called Storm Cloud. So it won't have, still is going to stand out. All the fabric is going to stand out nicely, not as dark, keeping that light feel of the whole line. And then I just had to include this fun stripe. So this is called Simone Stripe Blue White. It's the perfect light blue with a little bit darker blue. How fun would this be to use for a little binding, like maybe a little inner border, something fun like that. So that is our Stars, Stripes, and Sun by Cloud9 Fabrics. Designer, Krissy, Mast. All right, I wanted to mention, because we get questions all the time about how to find what we pulled to go with the lines. Easy peasy, everybody. Just go to the page on the website that has the product page for the bundle, which is going to be under Fabric and Half Yard Bundles, and you find the Stars, Stripes, and Sun. And then on that page, we have recommended products, and that's going to be all of these 1 yard. So it's easy to find if you wanted to get it, and you can easily add the extra whatever 1 yard you wanted to add to it. So just wanted to remind you of that. And we have, well, let's do our giveaway question. Our giveaway question for a $25 gift card, 300th show. You know what? I'm going to change it up. Instead of having one gift card, we're going to give away three. Three $10 gift cards. Okay?
Yeah.
Three winners. All you got to do is answer this question in the comments. And it's okay. If you didn't watch live, you can still enter. What age did you start quilting? So I started 300 episodes ago. Not really. When did you start quilting? What age?
60.
Actually, you were 59.
Was it that long ago?
Yeah, you started quilting,
How old am I
doing
now?
long arming more than a year ago. Yeah.
59. I'm
58
not
or
70.
59.
Just so you know.
I started, I think I was 22. I think. Yeah, 21 or 22.
That was a long time.
That's a long time ago. Exactly. But before we do our final celebration, I have a little surprise. Our next shows, we have a show tomorrow morning, One Yard Wednesday, April 2nd, and that is at 9:30 a.m. Central Time. We have our Friday show this coming Friday, April 4th at 12 p.m. Central. And then, of course, we will be back next Tuesday, and that's going to be April 8th at 4 p.m. Central with our 301st episode of Tipsy Tuesday. Yes, it's going to be a lot. I don't think we're going to have a real party if we make it to 500, but I think 300 is quite the achievement and dedication. So we thought it is a reason to celebrate. So of course we don't do this alone, even though you keep just seeing me here. We have a whole team, of course, behind us at GE Designs, and not everybody's here, but some of you are. Those folks that are in the house, we have some folks out, and I thought they should join us, and we should just toast. There's Nancy, there's Kobe, there's Keesley. Oh, we got more people. Michael, Lori's there. There's Jody. Where's Renee and Esther? They're somewhere. And everybody has a little bubbly in a glass to celebrate. Help us celebrate our 300 episodes. And Mr. HP, are you going to show off your jacket or not?
I'm coming in too.
He's got a. He is wearing his brand new Astrid, vest. So thank you all for being a part of 300 Tipsy Tuesdays. Here's to 300 more.
300 more.
Cheers, everybody. We'll see you next time. Woohoo!
Oh, who's working over there? Oh, let me show my jacket again.
Oh, look at that. Oh, they're loving your jacket. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye. Okay, I'm going to get out of the way so you can see everybody. Keep waving.
that vibe. Quilter's Paradise. Home of the Stripology, feel that vibe.
G designs where precision is our vibe. Cut it, slice it, make it so right.
Quilter's Paradise. Lay your fabric here, cut it right there. Home of the Stripology, feel that vibe.